What up, though, everybody? This is JB, Jared Brown. JB is the truth. One half of Starting Five. And it's Sunday, and I wanted to, just share a message with all of my producers, producer friends, potential friends, collaborators, artists, and just anybody, anybody that's, in a creative field. Man, don't be afraid to be different. Now, we've heard that before. What does that mean? The people that we emulate, the people that we strive to be like, the people who stand out in history, the reason they stand out is because there's really no one else like them. They might have contemporaries. They might have people that are also striving for greatness, people in their same field, peers. That's what you call them, peers. But they're all unique. The artists don't sound exactly the same. The producers don't sound exactly the same. And if they do sound exactly the same, somebody will eventually emerge as the leader in that space or the leader of that sound. For example, you look at like a Kool G Rap and a Nas. They sound very similar. They sound very similar. Jay-Z, Big L sound very similar. R.I.P. Big L. But Jay-Z emerged as the winner. I mean, Big L died, so that's how that ended. But at the same time, there is one person who can dominate a specific thing. So the more unique you are, the less competition. The less competition you have. If you have your own lane, you establish your own sound, you establish your own look, your own brand, whatever. You're putting yourself in a position where not only is there less competition, you're setting yourself up to be memorable. You're memorable. It's only so much you can copy what somebody else has already done. It can work for you, but it's not gonna make you legendary. It's not gonna make it so that 10 years from now, people look back at your sound. Like I've been talking about Timbaland all day. Like Timbaland was able to create a unique sound to where there's not many people in history who sound like him. And if they do, if you can find somebody who sounds like him, outside of maybe a Pharrell, they have their similarities. Outside of that, they weren't able to duplicate it. That's another thing. Do something great, do something different, and duplicate it. If you can't duplicate it, if you can't replicate it, then it don't mean nothing. Obviously, you're not the one. Period. Obviously, you're not the one. And Timbaland was the one. He did some different things. He had sounds that nobody else would use, and he used them, and he made them cool, and we're still talking about these sounds 20 years later. 20 years later? More than that. But 20 years later, we're still talking about these sounds. We're still talking about the uniqueness, the creativity of his sound. The same goes for Pharrell. The same goes for for Just Blaze and any other producers or artists that you can think about. They established, they carved out a lane. They didn't go listen to what's popping on the radio and make that. They created the radio. So it's like you and your peers, y'all create the radio together. You make this kind of music. You make this kind of music. You make this kind of music. And y'all all come up. And when an artist wants this, they can go here. When an artist wants this, they can go here. When an artist wants this, they can go here. It's too many people right now in the music industry and creatives and producers that are all chasing one sound. Everybody's chasing one sound or an offshoot of a similar sound because they think that's what's going to work. And it works, but it just depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to be looked at 10 years from now as a pioneer or a tastemaker or something like that, there really can be only one or two in a lane. When you look back, right now it's like a bunch of people. But 10, 20 years down the line, it's only going to be one or two people that remain. So choose wisely. Choose wisely on what exactly it is that you're good at and what lane you can carve out. Everybody is not good at trap music. Now you can go on YouTube and you can learn if that's a lane that you want to occupy. That's a space you want to occupy, then get really, 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 really fucking good at it and occupy that lane and keep growing and keep building and keep adding and keep evolving. But don't just sit stagnant in a lane, because somebody is going to take it. Somebody is going to take it to the next level, and they're going to take it from this producer, and this 16, 17-year-old producer, they're going to take it and they're going to run with it. So again, the message for this lovely Sunday that I need some sleep on is dare to be different. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to be different. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to be different. When everybody's going left, you can go right. When everybody's going right, you go left. It can be uncomfortable because all you know your whole life is, man, everybody's got polo on. I'm wearing polo. Most people, even the most creative people, like even you might be a musical creative, but then, okay, when everybody's playing basketball, I'm playing basketball. Everybody's playing whatever. We're all doing the same thing. We're all striving to fit into a box that we consider to be cool. But then the people who are outside of that box are the legends. The people who take to step outside of that box and define that space, those are the people who are legendary. Those are the people who we look back and say, wow, that person was really ahead of their time, or that person was really amazing. And they really stood out. So just from now on, man, I want everybody, including myself, to try to step out of your box. You know, do what you enjoy doing, but take your talent and carry it outside of the box and create on the perimeter. Create on the perimeter and try to find something that's unique to you. Try to make something that you can't say that somebody else would have made. Like, be honest with yourself. Listen to your music, artists, producers. Listen to your music and say, man, will my homeboy make this same beat? Is somebody down the street making this same beat? How can I do this? How can I flip this? What do I need to learn so I can flip this sound in a way that's never been done before? Because contrary to popular belief, there are things that have never been done before. There are sounds that have never been combined. And even if they have been combined, we're all unique individuals, and we can combine them in different ways. So I'll leave you guys with that. I'll talk more on it because I've been having a lot on my mind as it relates to artists and finding out how to express who you really are and not express just how you fit into this world and how well you emulate. Like, who are you when the light's off, when the door's closed, when you're in your bedroom, when you're in your bed with your own thoughts? Who are you, and how do you best communicate that? Because that is the person that we're going to look up to for years to come if you can properly communicate it with the masses. It's that simple. Holla.